Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it for the truck for the Collision 1 limited stocks. Trent Clemans to the lead as they go through turn number 2. Chad Champion to the bottom. Brandon Bowler on the outside of Corey Bradley down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for third. Corey Bradley on the bottom of Brandon Bowler as they come off in turn number 4. They're side by side for third as they come across the stripe and go off into turn number 1. Trent Clemans, your leader, with Chad Champion second, Brandon Bowler third. Corey Bradley with trouble in the 41. He loses multiple positions, and we're going to get caution flag is out. Field's going to roll through turn number 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing here in the Collision 1 limited stocks. The field's going to fire down through turn number 1 and 2. Brandon Bowler applying all kinds of pressure to Chad Champion down the back into turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Brandon Bowler right there looking to the inside of Champion. And Corey Bradley's going to come in and join the battle for the second spot with a 3-car fight for second. James Gibbons is going to take a peek to the inside of Bradley as they go off into turn number 1. James Gibbons looking to the inside of Bradley. They're going to be single. They're going to be bumper to bumper down the back straightaway. Brandon Bowler all over the back bumper of Chad Champion down into turn number 3 and 4. Bowler slides up to the top cushion. That's going to allow Corey Bradley. They're briefly 3 wide, but they're going to file back single file as they race their way off in turn number 1. Champion, Bowler, Bradley, and Gibbons are single file. Champion got sideways and had to catch it. Brandon Bowler to the outside, and Bowler's going to make the pass, and Brandon Bowler to third is going to go to second. As James Gibbons looks to the inside of Champion across the start-finish line, and with Corey Bradley, Chad Champion side by side as they fire off into turn number 1. Champion to the inside, the left rear of Bradley. Bradley's going to make the pass as they go down into turn number 2. Gibbons is going to try to follow suit as they go through turn number 3. James Gibbons is going to follow through the door, and as they go down to turn number 4 across the start-finish line, Champion's going to maintain the spot as they go off into turn number 1. Trent Clemans, your leader. Here comes Corey Bradley applying pressure to the back of Brandon Bowler down the back straightaway. Corey Bradley right there. Bradley gives Bowler a shot to the back. And we got a caution flag is out. Chris Champion is 6th. Green flag back in the air. Clemens punches the gas. Clemens pulls away, but Brandon Bowler, Bradley, and Champion are all bottled up as they go through turn number 1 and 2. They're bottled up for second. Here comes Gibbons. Here comes Champion to the bottom. Gibbons with a bunch of pressure in the back. And Bradley is the meat and the sandwich between Bowler and Gibbons. Bradley had to go to the bottom to get out of the hornet's nest as they go off in turn number 4 and they come across the start-finish line. Corey Bradley right there, but he's still under fire, not out of the thick yet, as he's got James Gibbons breathing down the back of his neck as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Bradley goes up to the top, and that's going to shove everybody back. But we am still cautioning. We got the right rear tire has come off of the back of the 41 of Corey Bradley, and that's going to bring out the caution. Company 4, Clemens plunges the gas. We're back underway. Clemens punched the gas, and he opens it up by a couple of car lengths. James Gibbons is right there in third. He's trying to put a pressure to the back of the 08 of Chad Champion. Gibbons to the left rear Champion as they're going to be side by side down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Gibbons to the inside. He's picking at the bottom as they go through turn number 4. Gibbons is going to slide up in front of the 08 of Champion. It's going to be Gibbons is going to slide in the second as they go off down into turn 1. Here comes Champion. Champion's going to look back to the bottom. Champion is right there. About a car length separates Gibbons and Champion down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 they go. With Trent Clemans showing the way. 8 laps complete of our 25-lap feature in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Trent Clemans out front. James Gibbons trying to reel him in down the back straightaway through turn number 3. Gibbons looks to the bottom again as they go through turn 4. Gibbons is not going to have enough momentum. He's going to slide back behind the 01 and Clemans as they go firing down into turn number 1. Clemans drives it in deep through turn 1 and 2. James Gibbons drove it in deep, and he had to check up as they go down the back straightaway in turn number 3. As they come out of 4, coming across the stripe, it's Trent Clemans out front, Gibbons second, Chad Champion third, Chris Champion fourth, Marty Coltrane fifth. James Gibbons is there. He is there applying pressure to the back of the 01 of Clemens down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Gibbons looking to the bottom through turn number 4. It's still not going to be enough. It's still going to be Trent Clemans who's going to lead that lap as they go down into turn number 1. 11 laps complete, and we got in trouble up at the top of 4. And Dylan Powen, we got one car to the infield. Brandon Bowler is going to the bottom. And we got one car around to the bottom of turn number 1 and 2, and that's going to bring... Green flag back in the air. We are back racing in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks. James Gibbons drives it in deep. He's going to make it stick down through turn number 2. He is right there on the back door of Trent Clemans and down the back straightaway as they go off firing into turn number 3. Gibbons slides to the bottom. Trent Clemans still keeping him at bay as they come across the stripe. Chad Champion lying back there in third with Chris Champion sitting in fourth. 3-car battle for the lead now coming up out of turn number 2. Trent Clemans, your leader, halfway home here in the Collision 1 Limited Stocks. Gibbons is there. Gibbons puts the nose to the left rear end. Clemens, but Gibbons is going to file back in line as they go down the back straightaway into turn 3. Clemens, Gibbons, Champion, Chad Champion, Chris Champion, Marty Coltrane, top 5. Gibbons is there. Gibbons applying all kinds of pressure to the back of Trent Clemens. Gibbons gives Clemens a shot to the back as they go down in turn number 2, down the back straightaway in turn number 3. Gibbons is there pushing on, shoving on the back of the 01 of Clemens. Here comes Gibbons to the bottom. They're side by side, and we got a caution. And we got caution. Green flag back in the air, and we are back racing in the Collision 1. Oh, and we got big problems, and we got everybody stacking up. We had big problems on the restart. Caution flag is going to be back out. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing here at Virginia Motor Speedway. James Gibbons has got some damage to that back end of the 8, but he is driving it as they come off of 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Gibbons, the man on the mission to second. Trying to reel into the 01 of Clemens. Come out of turn number 4. It's still Clemens, and we got one sideways in the middle of 3 and 4. Caution flag is out. Jay Seward in the 88. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing here at Virginia Motor Speedway. It's Trent Clemans out front as they all go off into turn number 1. Trent Clemans, your leader. James Gibbons, second. Champion. Chad Champion, third. Chris Champion, fourth. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 they go. Firing through turn number 4. Clemans continuing to be in command. 16 laps complete of our 25-lap feature. Gibbons to the bottom of Clemens down through turn number 2. He's going to slide right back up behind the 01 Clemens as they go off into turn number 3. A failed single file as they play follow the leader through turn number 4. Going off into turn number 1. James Gibbons turns back to the bottom of Clemans. Here comes Gibbons. James Gibbons to the lead. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Trent Clemans is there. Clemans is going to knock on the back door of Gibbons and fire off into turn number 4. James Gibbons is out front. He's going to lead that lap as it comes down through turn number 1. James Gibbons, your leader. Trent Clemans is second. Chad Champion is third. Champion is there on the left rear of Clemans as they go off into 2. Champion tried to see what he could do on Clemans, but had to file back in line as they roll through turn number 4. 19 laps complete, and we got a caution flag on the speedway. Green flag in the air. We're back on our way in the Collision 1 Limited stocks. Field's going to fire off through turn number 1. Chad Champion right there to the back of Clemens. It's Chad Champion on the back bumper of Clemens down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Champion is there. Champion slides up to the back end of Clemens as they work their way through turn number 4. Well, it's not going to be enough as they come down the front stretch in turn number 1. Everybody is chasing James Gibbons down the back straightaway. Gibbons, Trent Clemans, Chad Champion, and here comes Marty Coltrane to the outside of Chris Champion. Marty Coltrane to the 4th spot. As they come down across the start-finish line, Marty Coltrane and Chris Champion are going to be side by side down firing into turn number 1. Marty Coltrane to 4th. As they go into turn number 2, here comes John Hankins Jr. looking to the back of the number 32 Emma Chris Champion. But meanwhile, up front, it is all James Gibbons. 4 laps to go. As they go down the back straightaway. 3 laps left here for James Gibbons. He comes out of turn number 4. 2 to go. As we get the double popsicle 6 with 2 laps to go for James Gibbons. Coming out into turn number 4. The white flag waves. 4 more corners to go for James Gibbons. As they work their way through turn number 3, it's James Gibbons. He's going to come out of turn number 4, and he's going to see the checkered flag. It's James Gibbons wins the Collision 1 Limited Stock feature. Trent Clemans coming home in second. Chad Champion third. Chris Champion is 4th. And John Hankins Jr. round out the top 5.